I'm a mess right now, man. I'm an emotional mess right now, bro. And that's whenever I always have to give credit to the animators and for the people behind the studios of the anime, because I already know what's coming, man. I'm just bracing myself for it. But when Memory started playing, bro, because that caught me off guard, man. I didn't expect them to play Memories, bro. I'm not the one feeling that pain. Without you, I can't be the Pirate King, man. I'm gonna try my best to try to discuss this, but I'm an emotional wreck right now, man, so just bear with me, bro. That sucked a lot out of me, man. I was just sitting here watching it, bro, and oh man, dude, like my heart was on fire, man. It truly was, bro. It was such an amazing episode. Let me just go ahead and try this, man. Like I'm just staring at what I'm seeing on the screen, man, and God, what an amazing hour, man. It truly reminds you why you love everything you do, man. But episode 807, I understood why they did the hour special the way they did for the Luffy versus Sanji fight. Because they knew that a lot of people who don't regularly watch the series was going to tune in for this. There's a lot of people that were going to tune into this. Usually whenever One Piece does a special, it garners at least, like for example, let's just say on a regular week, One Piece does between 6 to 7 on its rating. Whenever there's a special, man, episode of Sabo did like 15.2. Episode of Mary up there in the same thing. Like these things do a lot of like the specials they do, man, with like the episodes, they get a lot, man. They get a lot. So at least like 9 to 10. So they knew a lot more people were gonna be watching this. A lot of people that aren't caught up with One Piece, that they're trying to get them into One Piece as a business, of course. So they used episode 807 to give you enough backstory to care about what you're about to see in episode 808, which is why we saw so many flashbacks in episode 807. You know, all about Sanji. All about Sanji. I love how we saw it from both perspectives. In episode 807, we saw everything coming in from Luffy's perspective, where he went in and then he got kicked. Then from then on, whenever we came back from you know, whenever it shows the flags, whenever we came back from that, it showed it from Sanji's perspective, and it was, of course, way longer because we had to see what his state of mind was. So episode 807 was just preparing us as viewers, but more than just the people who watch every single week. It was preparing the guys. That's why they did it as an hour special. So that way, since they knew a lot of people were going to tune in anyway, first half of the episode, or episode 807, would be dedicated to hooking all the people who aren't aware of what's going on. They haven't seen anything from a Whole Cake Island, so they're just hooking them in with that. A lot of people who are watching this for the first time just because it's Nami Omuro, you know, premiering a new song. So it's by the way, I love that song so much, man, and I regret doing the opening live reaction the way I did, man. I should just gave like a spoiler warning at the beginning of the video and just kept it as that, because there's so many things I wanted to talk about, and like even like for a while, whenever I uploaded the video, I was like, man, I should have just said what I wanted to say, bro, because I hate whenever I hold things in, man. But I didn't want to spoil anybody, because every time I do like an opening reaction, I always spoil somebody, and I hate spoiling, you know, some series that I love with all my heart. Like I hate spoiling that for people. So, but next time, man, I'm gonna have to do it, bro, because I didn't feel right whenever I uploaded that video, man. I felt like I was cheating myself. I felt like I was cheating you guys as well, man. Like sometimes I even look at the video and I don't even feel like keeping it up, man. And I'm probably gonna end up keeping it up, but like whenever I don't give it the 100, man. Like it just, whatever, bro, whatever. But yeah, I absolutely love that opening though, man. Like from a song standpoint, it was so amazing. But getting back into the episode, whenever that episode ended and we got to episode 808, there's a lot I want to talk about here, man. First of all, the new soundtracks, amazing. The new soundtrack that was playing, I mean the new soundtracks that played, I loved all of them. But the one that, I mean, legit hurt, bro, which is one of my favorite, it's my favorite scene, and one of my favorite scenes in the entire series, is I'm not the one feeling that pain, man. When Nami's looking over at Luffy and he gets up, and that soundtrack started playing right there, man. And it's so weird to me because normally I know like it won't be soundtrack right there, but these are new soundtracks, guys. New soundtracks, they prepared for this, man. That's how you know that they were ready for this special, man. Like, I was expecting Mother C or Golden Odin or something to play during the scene. No, man, they came at us with a brand new soundtrack. And the voice acting, man, when Sanji said, keep going. And the way that Luffy just kept yelling at him, man, without you, I can't be the Pirate King. But just a couple notes. Aside from the soundtracks, new soundtracks, absolutely awesome sauce. When Sanji was kicking Luffy, that part right there, from an animation standpoint, was phenomenal. There was one point in the episode where Sanji gets sent flying, or I'm sorry, Sanji sends Luffy flying back, and you see Luffy like flip backwards, and you see him just, you know, trying to stay on his feet, and like he just slides back, man, but he's just staying his ground. Whenever he like stops and you see the blood coming down his face and the tooth comes out, the animation that was right there, bro, I was like, holy sweet mother of Flagnards. Like, it was so crisp and so nice. I mean, this episode 880 as a whole, oh my gosh, man, when Sanji went up for the Conquisteur and he came down, oh my gosh, man, and they were playing I Will Surpass You, man. And Nami's voice actors added so much there, bro. Like, oh man, I love this chapter in the manga so much, man. But the anime did a phenomenal job, man. The anime really did a phenomenal job. You guys have no idea. Ever since this episode or this chapter came out last year, October 24th, I want to say, this came out because it was the last live reaction I did before I went on my month break. And yeah, man. They did such a great job, man. Just overall as a whole, they did such a phenomenal job, man. I really do thank Toei for putting so much effort into this scene. Because to me, you know, Toei doesn't get enough credit when it comes to delivering on the big scenes, the scenes that they know people are looking forward to. You know, they really do deliver every single time on those big scenes. And this one, they decided to give us an hour special because they knew how much we wanted this. The voice actors wanted this, man. Going all the way back to December of last year, whenever we had Jump Festa, Sanji's voice actor couldn't wait to get to this part. You could tell, man. You could tell in their acting. I mean, their performance was phenomenal. You know, the mixture of having a new opening, the new soundtracks, being in a 1 hour extravaganza, being the content that we got shown, it was just, what a time, man. What a time to be a fan, bro. But what sets this part to me apart from anything else, man, in the series, is that it shows how much this shows right here Luffy as a captain, man. Because he will not hit Sanji. You know, last time when I fought Usopp, man, this just shows how much he's grown since then. Because this time, instead, Sanji goes at him, but Luffy's not hitting him. Luffy doesn't want him because he came here to get him. But he, you know, inside of his mind, man, he's like, what is this guy saying? He knew right off the bat that Sanji must have been going through something, man, that no one could even imagine. He just kept taking those hits. He just kept taking those hits because as much as Sanji was kicking him, he was the one feeling that pain, as he stated. And that's why the final, like, 3 pages broke me, man, whenever I originally read this. Because Luffy getting up and yelling and just saying, wait. And then telling him, I'm not gonna move. Even if I have to starve to death, even if I have to stay here for eternity, man, until I die, I will not move from this spot. Because without you, you're the cook of my ship. Without you, I can't be the Pirate King, man. Like that scene, man, that junk hits right here, bro. That junk hits right here, man. And the way that the flashbacks, and once again the sound, the new soundtracks, man, I mean, beautiful, bro. Awesome sauce to the max, man. That scene hit me, bro. Again, man. I'm not the one feeling that pain. The tears, bro. And then when memories started playing, man, I lost it, man. I officially became a broken man after that, bro. I was officially a broken man after they started playing flipping memories, man. The first ending and showing everything in the entire series up until this point, man. When Nami slaps him and says goodbye. Because it's like I said whenever I originally did the reaction, man. I said, you knew it was serious when Nami's calling out to Sanji and Sanji just looks at her. He's not, you know, doing his normal Sanji routine on Nami. He's looking at her with a dead serious look. And I'll never forget, man, whenever I first saw her slap him, I said, good God, man, imagine how Sanji must feel after that, man. And he's doing all of this because he wants to save everyone. He doesn't know what to do. It's like, and I love how the anime did. I think that might be, aside from the final part, of course, my favorite part of episode 808, aside from the ending, was when we really got to delve into Sanji's psyche. And everything was playing out in his head. Everything that we've seen thus far with the Straw Hats, you know, Zeph, with Miss Past, and everything was just being jumbled into his head. It became wide, and the final thing he sees is Zeph, man. And it just showed everything that was going into his head, bro, because he doesn't know what to do at this point. He's panicking. And then the last thing that he sees is Zeph, you know, saying, if I don't do this, then Zeph is gonna die. They're gonna kill him. I have to do it no matter how much I don't want to. I have to do it. And oh, I love that scene so much, man. Just showing what the battle, the inner struggle that's going on in Sanji's mind, man. That was an amazing touch. That was an amazing touch, man. What a special, man. This was so good, man. And it only gets better, guys, honestly, man. Like, this arc is so freaking goat, bro. Excellent performances, man, by all of them. Excellent performances, man. Nami's voice actress, Sanji, and Luffy's, man. Nah, man, nah. When Sanji said, let's go, man. But the way that he said it, bro. And then when Luffy, like, you heard the tears in his voice, man, whenever he was yelling at Sanji with every fiber in his being, man. You're like, bro. I love this chapter so much, man. Because you understand why they're both doing what they're doing. And you're like, man, you don't have to go through this. But then you realize, like, what else can they do? Like, so and I love how the anime did it, man. Like I said, it shows his inner struggle, how much he cares for his friends and everything. But then he sees Zeph and he's like, you know, if I go to them now, they're just gonna kill him. They have the power to do so. They can kill him. And then he has to, no matter how much he doesn't want to, bro. He goes as far as to say that he never believed in Luffy's dream to become the king of the pirates, bro. Like, you know how much that must have hurt Sanji on the inside, man. That's one of my favorite scenes in the entire series, yo. That panel with him covering his face, man. I'm not the one feeling that pain. Amazing stuff, man. Amazing stuff. They just knocked it out of the park, man. They knocked it out of the park with the animation, bro. But, you know, animation aside, man, with the inclusion of the new soundtracks and the fact that it was, you know, the 1 hour special, like I said, you know, reminding us why we should care, and then giving us all right there. In fact, it was 26 minutes, and how it ended with memories, man. When I heard memories start playing, bro, I felt it. I felt like my soul just shattered, man. It was already shattered. It's been shattered for a year, but it just felt shattered even more. And I was like, they're seriously gonna show flashbacks of everything, man. Oh man. One Piece greatness, bro. Guys, if you enjoyed this as much as I did, man, you know, it obviously gets an awesome sauce, bro. It has to get an awesome sauce, man. What an amazing episode, bro. Like, I can't wait for everyone who hasn't seen this to watch this. I can't wait for my boy Uzumaki-kan to get back onto the One Piece anime so we can watch this, man. Like, episodes like these just make you proud to be a fan of the best-selling manga in history, man. Thank you so much, guys. I truly do appreciate it from the bottom of my heart, man, if you made it this far in the video, bro. Just what an episode, man.